There are plenty of pros and cons that come with being brought up in a rich family. After all, having so many zeros in their bank accounts would make any parent want to spoil their children, but these celebrities took things a bit too far. Before we get into it, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Taco for more incredible videos. Now, let's jump into 10 famous kids who seem like angels but are brats in real life. Jaden Smith. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's son is truly out of touch with reality. When he was 14, he told New York Magazine, "There was a time in my life when I'd go to Cartier, like every weekend for like a month." Okay, Jaden, we get it. Your allowance is pretty substantial. But wait, because the kid is also planning on getting his very own pyramid. He spoke with GQ about building a 12-foot tall pyramid in his own backyard. Whatever happened to a good old-fashioned swing? In that same interview, he managed to talk about himself a little more. Smith said, "I don't think I'm as revolutionary as Galileo, but I don't think I'm not as revolutionary as Galileo." Well, Jaden, first of all, Galileo was a mathematician, a physicist, and an astronomer. He discovered 4 of Jupiter's moons approximately 4 centuries ago, and he risked upsetting the church because he supported the theory that the Earth revolved around the sun. Sure, we can all agree that Jaden Smith is a decent rapper. He's had a pretty decent career starring in movies like After Earth and The Karate Kid, but still, even he admits he's no Galileo. Lil Tay. Obnoxious can't even begin to describe the infamous internet sensation with the foul mouth. Do you remember when you were a kid and you slipped up and said a bad word? Then you heard your parents stomping towards you and you suddenly realized you messed up. You knew what was coming. It was either a timeout or no more video games. Well, Lil Tay is a 9-year-old rapper who's got a serious potty mouth on her. But for some reason, her mom doesn't seem to mind. You see, Lil Tay is running the show even if she's not even old enough to do so. She's bought herself a bunch of expensive cars and even 5 homes. She also claims she bought a $6,000 Gucci lint roller. Who wants to spend that much on a lint roller? But it gets worse. Lil Tay's mother is also her manager, and she's totally fine with her 9-year-old using racist words on her songs. Angela Tian is a realtor in Vancouver, Canada, so it's safe to say that she's well aware of her daughter's diva reputation. Some have even speculated that it's actually Tian who's behind the awful lyrics that her daughter raps. But Lil Tay posted a photo on her Instagram saying, "Lil Tay is not managed by anyone. I am independent." Blue Ivy Carter. Spare the rod, spoil the child is a proverb that certainly applies to these bratty celebrity kids. We all know that if a parent refuses to put boundaries on their kids, that child will get used to getting their own way. This would certainly apply to Blue Ivy Carter. She's been spoiled by her parents from a super early age. Her parents, Jay-Z and Beyonce, allegedly spent more than $200,000 on her first birthday party. The cost was reportedly broken down like this. They spent $95,000 on roses and $80,000 on a custom-made diamond-encrusted Barbie doll. Plus, they spent $30,000 on jewelry, costumes, and toys for Blue Ivy's friends. Oh, and the cake? Well, that was a mere $2,400. We're guessing Beyonce never heard of baking using a Betty Crocker cake mix. Even Jay-Z is starting to realize they might be spoiling Blue Ivy a bit too much. "At the end of the day, I just know I'll probably have the worst spoiled little kid ever," he said during an interview on Oprah's Masterclass Special Edition. But it's safe to say that Blue Ivy, who's 6, has been spoiled enough already. And sometimes giving a child so much at such a young age doesn't necessarily teach them how to work for things. But hey, Beyonce's net worth is $350 million, Jay-Z's is $810 million. So Blue Ivy wouldn't really have to work a day in her life, and you know what? No one can blame her. JoJo Siwa. JoJo Siwa is a talented dancer, a singer, and actress, and a YouTube star. But you might know her best for her appearance on Dance Moms. She was on it for 2 seasons along with her mom, Jessalyn Siwa. And what can we say about JoJo? Well, for one thing, she's loud, opinionated, and obnoxious. She often comes off as bratty and super hyper. During an interview on This Morning Studio, Eamon Holmes asked the social media star if she had consumed too many sugary drinks. And the 15-year-old confessed she was very full of energy. And while viewers of the show found her a little annoying, her energy and enthusiasm helped her reach the top. But her Dance Moms co-stars didn't have nice things to say about her. During the cast's international tour in 2015, Maddie and Mackenzie Ziegler, Kendall Verdes, and Kalani Hilliker totally behaved like mean girls. Ziegler mocked her co-star by saying, "I go, 'Oh my god, I love your shoes.' And she goes, 'I could get those for free if you want, I have connections.' And I'm like, 'I don't care.'" Clearly, they're not really vibing with JoJo. Meanwhile, Kalani, who lived with her, accused her of being too much to handle. "Imagine living with a big ball of fire that is always on, all day, every day," she said. Suri Cruise. When Suri was 6, her dad Tom Cruise allowed her to miss school so they could go on a trip to Paris. Not only did he send a private jet to pick her up from school in New York, but he really let her do whatever she wanted. But things were getting out of hand when her mom Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise were still together. In those days, she would buy anything she wanted and ate whatever her little heart desired. She didn't even make her bed, and her sleeping schedule was a total mess. A source claimed Katie saw that Suri was growing into a monster. The insider went on to add, Katie is getting Suri to bed by about 8 p.m. She's trying to put her on a regular schedule. Of course, this didn't stop her mom from spoiling her. According to The Sun, Holmes almost spent $49,000 on her daughter's Christmas gifts, and that included a playhouse that retailed for a whopping $24,000. But in 2013, Suri's spoiled behavior made headlines when she was leaving her New York City hotel with her mom. A bunch of photographers and fans were waiting for her, and Suri shouted, "Get out of the way!" Then she shot down a photographer's request to turn around so she could snap a photo. The disgruntled paparazzo replied, "Bye, Suri, you little brat. But we get it, Suri. Having a bunch of paparazzi follow you around must be quite a hassle." Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo, aka Alana Thompson, can come off as funny and sassy on camera, but handling her in real life takes a lot of work. And she was a real handful during an appearance on Jimmy Fallon. An audience member named Christy O'Shoney wrote about the taping of The Tonight Show on the site's Salon. Many portions of the taping were cut off, and they left out a lot of awkward and hostile moments. At one point, Mama June is seen feeding some lines to her daughter. Then suddenly, a pissed-off Honey Boo Boo slaps her mother, leaving everyone at the audience in shock. A semi-pissed-off Jimmy Fallon told Honey Boo Boo to never hit her mother. O'Shoney then went on to say, "Finally, someone is addressing this child's attitude." But the scene where her mother hit her never aired on the show. Thank goodness. No one wants to watch a little girl hitting her mother on television. It became obvious to audience members like O'Shoney that Honey Boo Boo was a total spoiled brat. She's used to getting whatever she wants. But the child star has been through a lot in the past. After her own show was canceled, she felt really lost. She told Oprah, "I woke up one morning and was like, where's the crew? My mom was like, we stopped filming the show." To which she added, "I was kind of happy about that, and at the same time I was sad. So I was happy." Monroe and Moroccan Cannon. Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon's twins were spoiled from the moment they came into the world. They were practically dripping in diamonds. But it didn't end there. Carey and Cannon also got them diamond paper pins for their diapers. Rare Delights reported that Carey loves to buy her kids expensive jewelry and shoes. In fact, she can't seem to stop spending money on them. By the time the twins were 3 months old, they had about 50 pairs of shoes. They might have been the most blinged out babies in showbiz. But ironically, they couldn't even walk yet. And besides, kids grow up so fast, and so do their feet. Those shoes would only fit for a couple of months at most. Rare Delights also claims that Carey can't help herself when she walks into a shoe store. She'll end up buying dozens of pairs for her kids. She also bought her daughter diamond earrings even before her tiny ears were pierced. But she knows her twins are probably too young to appreciate the true value of diamonds. So she reportedly bought each twin some loose diamonds. Then she stored them in a vault. According to Mariah, she plans to give it to them when they're older. Penelope, Mason, and Rain Disick. Don't mess with Kourtney Kardashian's kids. The reality star was livid when she tweeted about what happened to her on a flight. People on airplanes are so wild these days, telling other people's children to cover their mouths, she wrote. So clearly, if Penelope, Mason, and Rain Disick sneeze, cough, or mouth off on a plane, you better keep your mouth shut. These kids have free reign. But one of Kourtney's kids is very territorial. Mason wasn't pleased when his cousin Northwest had her first birthday party at his house. Kourtney told People, "When I said North's having a birthday party at your house, Mason said, no, I'm having a birthday party at my house. She can never have a party." To make sure that things didn't go as planned, Mason came up with a master plan. Before Kim even said we were having it at his house, he said, "I'm going to put Legos everywhere. I'm going to scare everybody." Fortunately, he didn't get to ruin his cousin's birthday party. But what do you expect? Not only is he a young kid, but he's growing under the spotlight of the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Sophia Abraham. The only controversial Hollywood star bigger than teen moms Farrah Abraham is her daughter, Sophia. The little girl really takes the cake for being spoiled. When she was 7, Farrah bought her a jacuzzi for Christmas. She also got her a pink golf cart. How many 7-year-olds can drive one of those? Sophia also received a computer and a miniature horse, according to Celebrity Insider. And if that's not enough, Farrah reportedly allows her daughter to Snapchat with fans of the reality series. Sophia was seen quite a bit on Teen Mom before Farrah Abraham parted ways with the show. So naturally, she became a mini reality star as well. But as her mom continues to rake in the cash, she spoils her daughter in ways most kids shouldn't be. People reported that Sophia sipped on a $150 apple juice with gold flakes while she vacationed in Dubai with her mom. Talk about lavish. And Sophia also doesn't mince words when she doesn't like someone. In fact, she ticked off Nicki Minaj. When Sophia was 6, she posted a video on Twitter and said, "Hi everybody, Nicki Minaj is a total loser." This was apparently in response to Minaj calling her mom out for being mean to her grams, Deborah. North and Saint West. North and Saint West have it made. Their parents are none other than Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. And there are perks to being a part of the Kardashian-West household. Kim Kardashian gushed over a custom-made jacket she received from Ralph Lauren from her son Saint. She went on Instagram and wrote, "Thank you, Mr. Ralph Lauren, for making Saint this little jacket. It's so special. We will cherish it forever." Can you imagine being buddies with Ralph Lauren while you're still in diapers? Now, it's no secret that Kanye has been known to go on some wild rants. Well, it looks like North is following in her dad's footsteps. According to People, Kim said, "She knows how to outsmart us, or she thinks she does. But she's Kanye's twin. Same personality, says the same wild things. Those two." But North also gets to sit front row at Paris Fashion Week. She even has her own 2013 mini Lamborghini. Last time we checked, Little North doesn't really have a license. She also owns a $359 Oscar de la Renta gown. According to Radar Online, Kris allegedly had to meddle in and stop the madness. She reportedly told Kanye to stop spoiling his kids so much. A source close to the family also said Kanye treats Saint like he's some son of God. But if you ask Kim, she'd absolutely deny spoiling any of her kids. Only time will tell. That's all for 10 famous kids who seem like angels but are brats in real life. Do you think money and fame corrupted these kids? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to The Taco.